Happy Monday! Welcome to BibleLink.
Our hope is to help link the Bible to real life, your life.
For those of you just join us, during the week, Monday through Friday, we simply read one chapter a day together. Saturdays and Sundays are catch-up days.
Now, because we only do a chapter a day, you can jump in at any point. The more you read, the more you'll know. And the more you know, the more you'll grow.
I like that saying. The Gospel of John, chapter 6, contains Jesus feeding the 5,000, Jesus walking on water, Jesus telling us He's the bread of life, and finally ending with the revelation that many disciples actually left Jesus.
The feeding of the 5,000 is the only miracle of Jesus that's recorded in all four Gospels. Now, if you remember, the four Gospels tell the story of Jesus from four different human perspectives and include the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
The feeding of the 5,000 shows Jesus meeting a basic human need, the desire to eat, using barley loaves, the least expensive kind of bread.
Many Jews believed that the Messiah would renew the miraculous manna that their ancestors had eaten under Moses. Now, if you don't know that story, check out Exodus 16.
Ultimately, Jesus shows us that being in a relationship with Him would nourish us far better than any miraculous meal. Isn't it interesting that in this chapter, Jesus also refers to Himself as the bread of life, living bread?
It's very easy to read the words of Jesus as if He were speaking directly to us. Yet there is some risk in doing that. His teaching certainly is for us, and His meaning will transform our lives. But we still need to understand His teaching in its original context, as the Jewish Messiah speaking to a very varied audience, disciples, followers, the curious, and even His enemies.
Our job is to explore how His truth applies to us today. Most importantly, what is our response to the teachings of Jesus? This chapter shows us the full cycle of people's response to Jesus. At first, people are excited about that miracle, and they try to make Him king, but Jesus escaped. The next day, Jesus rebuked them for only being interested in their physical needs, not their spiritual needs.
He used the miracle to teach an important lesson on the bread of life, foreshadowing words that would later be used in the Lord's Supper. Jesus simply proclaims who He is, and upon hearing it, the people say, "Who can accept it?"
Who can accept it? Maybe that's the question we need to ask ourselves today. Can we accept it? Can we truly hear the teachings of Jesus? Are we willing to follow Him, to learn and to grow into true believers? Or are we like the ones in chapter 6, who turned away and no longer followed Him? Or maybe, if we're honest, we could admit that we are a little bit of both.
We say, "Sure, Jesus, I want to follow you," but when His teachings and commands become inconvenient, challenge us, or cost us something, we decide to turn away.
Don't you love Simon Peter's response to Jesus' question, "Do you want to leave too?"
Peter simply replies, "We believe, and we know that you're the Son of God."
That's our prayer for you today. May you believe, and maybe even more importantly, may you know Jesus is the Son of God.
Ask yourself a couple of questions today. How do you challenge yourself with what He says? How do you do what He says? And as you read the words of Jesus, how do you accept the teachings of Jesus?
It was great to be with you today. Thank you for participating. Feel free to post a question, share some info. Please invite others to join us as we strive to link the Bible to our lives. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.